Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the organizing committee, I am honored to welcome you all who have gathered here for this faculty development program. It is truly a privilege to have the opportunity to learn from such experienced and knowledgeable educators. A special welcome to today's keynote speaker, Dr. Madhuri S. Isave. Madhuri ma'am is currently working as an associate professor in SP Mandalai's Tilak College of Education, Pune. Madhuri ma'am is a teacher, educator holding degree of BSc, MSc, Botany, B.Ed, M.Ed, DSM, and PhD in education, along with qualification of NET and SET in education, serves as an associate professor at SP Mandali Tilak College of Education in Pune, Maharashtra. With a rich teaching experience spanning 29 years in B.Ed and 12 years in MPhil, she has established herself as a prominent figure in the field of education and research. Throughout her career, Madhuri Salve has guided over 20 students at MED and DSM diploma in school management level, with 7 students receiving MPhil degree in education and 4 achieving PhD degree in education under her mentorship. She is an active participant in academic forum, having attended and presented papers in numerous state, national, and international conferences, workshops, and seminars. Her research contribution extend to publication in journals, conferences, proceedings, and even the publication of her PhD thesis in Germany. Beyond academics, Madhuri ma'am has served as a resource person, panelist, chairman, and keynote speaker in conferences and courses across the country. She has organized teacher training programs and has been involved in visiting and inspecting various committees of the universities as a team member and VC nominee. Her contribution to education have been recognized with prestigious awards, including Accomplished Teacher Education Award at the national level and Best Teacher Educator Award at the state level, Women Icon 2020 Award by national organization, with memberships in various national and international organizations. Her interest primarily resolved around spatial education, inclusive education, and higher education, showcasing her dedication to advancing educational practices and methodology. So I welcome Madhuri ma'am. This is my privilege to welcome such a educated lady with us. So ma'am, stage is yours. Please go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for such a wonderful introduction.
Well, you're welcome, ma'am.
Thank you. Shall I start?
Sure, ma'am.
A very good afternoon, one and all. I am very much thankful to Research Culture Society team, MIT College of Education, MIT University team, and Modern College of Education, Ghaziabad team. I am very much thankful to give me this opportunity to sharing my views on this very nice and relevant topics: gamification in education, games, utilize games and gamification in education. So this FDP, very relevant and very nice topic covered in this FDP. I hope after my presentation, this will be helpful for you to utilize games in your teaching learning process. We all know gamification games is not new concept, especially at the Indian context, Indian educational point of view. because we know our eminent educationists, thinkers, and uh, their contributions in educational fields. We know Mahatma Gandhi's contribution, J.P. Naik's, and then Gijubai Badeka. They have stressed on the playway method. If we include plays and games, short games, and playful methods in our daily teaching learning process, it will be very effective and very meaningful, and it was proved. And they have also insisted us we have to utilize these games in our daily teaching learning process. But somehow in the middle period, in 1949, when Radhakrishnan Commission come, that time only the education was on the primary level, that no any teaching method was introduced. But gradually, when people realize the importance of education, so many incentives, so many initiatives has been taken by various commissions, committees, and laws, act. So we can see today's education is very important for every one of us. And additionally, NEP 2020 has given us a very new insight and very new progressive path. So in this educational journey, we can take any new initiatives for for the development of learner. It is a student-centric process, learner-centric process. We have to focus on learner progress, their holistic development. So this is the real transformation of education. When we see the traditional method, it was very good. We can review, suppose, if you read the thought of Gijubai Badeka, he has given us the various methods, especially at the elementary level, and he has introduced the playway method. And in the NEP 2020, also given support of that thoughts. And uh, Kothari Ayog Commission also noted that the importance of this method in the teaching learning method in the education process. When we highlight any games in teaching learning process, we all know we can observe our classroom. If we implement some traditional method, very simple method, and other side, if we implement games, if we add some games in our daily teaching, so you can see it will be very entertaining and very you can engage your learners throughout your lecture, and it will be very interesting. Even we like some games to play. Okay, so this is the short introductory part of the gamification and game-based learning. In this presentation, gamification and game-based learning, I will utilize these two words, gamification and game-based learning. But these two terms are totally different that we will see in my presentation. I would like to share my screen. Hope it is visible. Okay. So uh, before this slide, I just stop sharing. I am sharing one more presentation, that is, I just collect your opinion about, because gamification, game is not new concept. We all are teachers, teacher educators, administrator. We all are know the importance of gamification, game-based learning in teaching learning process. So what are the advantages of gamification? I just sharing the screen. You just share your views on this screen. And just take your mobile phone, open mentimeter.com. I request to all participants, this is one of the game. You just assume. You can use it in your daily teaching learning practice. Open your mobile mentimeter.com and type this code 1599 here 4612.
Yes, ma'am. Can you please send that link in the chat box?
Okay. Game-based learning. Sir, it is comfortable to all of you?
Yes, ma'am, please go ahead.
Okay. So in my presentation, first we understand the game-based learning, how we explore gamification in education, leveraging games element for effective learning, and how to design lesson plan or game-based course. After my presentation, you will know what type of games we will include in our teaching learning process and how to design game-based course. Game-based learning. See, game-based learning, this icon for the video games. Okay, video games, game-based learning. But gamification, is it like a video game? What is your opinion? Video games only, gamification means video games, playing video. And it is participant is interact. It is an interactive mode of learning. As sir has said, to keep interactive way. So I am asking some small questions. Do you think that gamification means only playing the video games?
Participants can unmute yourself and give active answers.
No, madam, it is not. It is a good platform of learning too.
No. Gaming, is it any difference in between these two terms, gamification and game-based learning? Or same?
Madam, I think game-based learning has some specific objectives, but I
Yes.
think video game has no specific objectives. Rather, it is playing for pleasure, yeah, time pass.
No, but time pass because creation of video game, there is some specific objectives. Objectives is everywhere. We can't say there is no objectives. So in education perspective, when we think at the education process, we apply the gamification in education or game-based learning, then meaning will be changed. We have to continue our daily teaching learning process, our teaching content, but we have to improve our teaching content. So delivery mode of our teaching by including some games related to content. Means instead of only simple delivery of content, you have to insert some games in between your teaching. That is a game-based learning. Content suitable games for selected content. That is a game-based learning. Means game-based learning involve using games to enhance learning experiences. Through these games, you have to give some variety of experience to your learner. Experiential learning, project learning, interactive learning, collaborative learning, various types of learning come under this game-based learning. So it will be helpful to enrich, enhance the learner's experience and immersing student in interactive way and engaging in learning classroom environment. Classroom environment will be totally changed because of using games in daily teaching learning process. And it promotes skill development and knowledge retention. Knowledge retention. Children taught by game, then this knowledge will be retained very long duration and it will be very meaningful and sustainable teaching learning process. That is the meaning of game-based learning. Benefits of game-based learning. Just you have to share the benefits of gamification. Now, game-based learning benefits are the same, some kind of same points. Engagement. We have to keep engage our learners throughout our teaching learning process because game captures students' attention and motivate them to actively participate in the learning process, leading to increased retention and understanding of the material. Any suppose simple clay material, you just give to your learner and ask them to prepare some model, any size of model. Immediately student engage and take interest and they easily do this activity. Side-by-side skill development process. Through game-based learning, student can develop critical thinking. So they think how to create something new, how to mold this clay to create something new model. So critical thinking and problem solving, whatever problem they have faced while creating some material, they can easily interact with their tutor, with their teachers, and easily interaction process going on. And decision making skill, when teacher guide to their learner, then student can take their own decision and create something new model. And it is very fun loving activity and very interactive, very efficient manner we have take. And skill development process is very efficient. Second benefit is it is the learner point of view benefit. Second benefit will be pedagogical benefits. Active learning, these are all the parameters, these are all the aspects of pedagogical aspect. Active learning, nowadays we have to very much focus on the active learning. Active listener, active teachers, active classroom, all parameters, all aspects are will be active while teaching learning process going on. So active learning, because of game-based learning, it encourages active participation, enabling student to apply knowledge in simulated real-world scenario. When you ask your student to prepare any model with the help of this clay, which we provide to you, so if they have any previous experience, if they have played with clays, so they will know how to use this clay in this present situation. Whatever teachers give instruction to their students, so students can do easily this activity because of their previous knowledge. They will be more active in their activity. So it leads to deeper understanding, and this is one of the pedagogical benefits. Immediate feedback. Games provides instant feedback, allowing students to learn from their mistakes and make improvement in a risk-free environment. Any activity, game plays. Suppose after finishing the game, we will give some reward, some prize. So immediate feedback, how they perform well or not. So it will be very good activity. Then motivation and engagement. Teachers play the role of guidance and designer role while conducting such type of activities. By integrating such type of games in teaching learning process, so game-based learning sustains students' motivation and engagement. These are two basic parameters: student motivation and engagement. So these two variables will be proved after implementing the game-based learning in teaching learning process. Some, I think, so James had research on this game-based learning, and he has proved the 16 parameters. This is easily inculcated among the learners. So first, we can prove their identity because of game-based learning. Identity means players build a sense of identity throughout the video games. If they play some video games, either through direct inputs or on the screen character, they inherit. Means they prove their identity. Some identification marks will be there in the video games. Okay. An interactive process. Communication occurs between the players and the games. Some production gamers help produce the story through some form of interaction, such as solving a puzzles or completing a level. You know that simple games in the mobile games, mobile app games, that there are some levels. When you cross one level, then immediately you will jump to another level. When your level depend on your progress. So such type of production, risk-taking factors is also there. Failing in a game hold few consequences in comparison to real life, empowering player to take risk. Customized game. Games usually offer a level of customization so that users can play and succeed at their competency level. So they will reach to their competency level and they will know their self-actualization, self-realization process. They will know their own competency, how many levels they will cross till the reach to the end of the game. Agency. Players have control over the gaming environment that will be in their hand. Well-ordered problem means games will be very structured game. So earlier one participant said that no objectives in video games, but it is not true. Objectives is there. Well-structured game outcomes is also there. So well-ordered problems, the gaming environment contain problems that naturally leads into one another, allowing a player's mastery to grow and evolve. How much mastery you will achieve after finishing this game, you will know. Challenges and consideration also there. Just in time or on demand, situated meaning. These are all parameters, 16 parameters fixed by James as per his own study. And it will be very relevant to game-based learning. When we use a game in our teaching learning process, we have to analyze such type of parameters after finishing the game-based learning. Pleasant, frustrating. The game should frustrate the student enough to challenge them, but be easy enough that they believe and can overcome the problem. Sometimes they might be disturbed while playing the games. But in the games, there is a situation to overcome this situation. So easily they will come out from that situation and they feel relaxed. So it will be very stress-free environment. So learner can easily grasp this power of game. System thinking. Games makes player think a bigger picture, not just individual action taken, helping them see how the pieces fit or can be fitted. Some puzzle type of games. So they continuously engage, even small children, elementary level to higher education level. Everybody play, everybody like games. So explore, think laterally, rethink goals. These are all the parameters. I'm not going to explain in detail because these are the 16 parameters. If anybody interested in doing research in game-based learning, you have to take support of these James 16 parameters. Smart tools, distributed knowledge. In game, tools help students understand the world. Through using them, they gain confidence to share their knowledge with others. Cross-functional teams. There is both teams. Both teams are active while playing the game. They have different skills. They can share their ideas with one another. Performance before competence. Competency occurs through taking action in the game, reversing the typical model in which students are required to learn before being allowed to act. So these are 16 by James. Example of benefits of skill development. Math Blaster game. Have you heard this name? Math Blaster? This game-based learning program effectively teaches math skill. If you open the browser, just type the Math Blaster. There is games specially used for the mathematics subject. It is a very interactive gameplay and resulting in improved math proficiency among students. Some puzzles, some very simple equation you can teach your student while playing the game, Math Blasters. Second is a typing club. You can note down this name after you just browse these games and you can use in your teaching. Typing club. By gamifying the process of learning to type, typing club has made typing lesson engaging and enjoyable for students of all ages, leading to improved typing speed and accuracy. It is very good typing club. So Minecraft, you know Minecraft? Minecraft game is very interesting game. This educational version of Minecraft provides a platform for collaborative learning, creativity and problem solving and enhancing students' spatial reasoning and teamwork skills. Minecraft game. These three games you can use in your teaching. Gamification. Now, exact definition of gamification means it involves applying game design elements. Game design elements, not full games, not video games. Now listen this word, game design elements such as points, badges, leaderboards, and challenges to non-game context such as education to enhance motivation and engagement. For example, you can take one content from biology or any science. Suppose any solid, liquid, solid. To explain this concept, you can create some games. Okay. So content will be same. Differentiate between solid, liquid, and gaseous. Content will be same. But to identify which material will be solid, liquid, or gaseous state, so you can utilize some games. That game elements you have to include in that content. Okay. After finish this game, you just give them some rewards. Means your goal in this picture, rewards, learning, goals, user engagement, skill development, challenges, and achievement. Okay. After achieving after they will able to explain the what is solid material, what is gaseous material, liquid material. So they can easily identify because of your game. That game elements included in your content, that will be the gamification at the education point of view. Okay. Not give this only ready-made video games and to play in the classroom. That is not the gamification. Okay. In the education context, gamification means we have to use the games element in our teaching learning process to explain content, to elaboration content, to teach any specific content, to specific game element insert in this concept. Okay. Now, benefits of gamification, just you have shared with me in this cloud formation. Motivational factors. Gamification leverage intrinsic motivation such as autonomy, mastery, and purpose to drive student interest and participation in educational activities. Means we can enhance their creativity, their competency step by step. And it will be help to sustain their interest in the teaching learning process. Their behavior totally change. Those who are master in playing game, their confidence level will be high. And those who are in learning phase, their curiosity will be high. So their behavior totally change. We can see these are the visible behavior. Teacher can easily see and guide them. So by incorporating game elements, educators can influence students' behavior and attitude toward learning, fostering a more positive and proactive approach. This is the motivational factors and behavioral change is the two main benefits of gamification. Then again, psychological impacts, one of the other side. Intrinsic motivation, some internal motivation. Gamification taps, we know teachers can see some visible behavior, some invisible behavior of the learners. So to understand this invisible behaviors, so how we understand this? Because of their behavior. But intrinsic motivation, if they feel if they motivated, so their performance will be good while playing the game. So we can see the gamification taps into student intrinsic motivation, encouraging them to engage in learning activities. Means throughout game they will be actively engaged. They cannot live in between the game. Till the game end, they will sustain their interest. Okay. So they will engage in learning activities for the inherent enjoyment and their inner inspirations and satisfaction derived from the experience. That is intrinsic motivation automatically from this gamification. Sense of achievement through the use of rewards and recognition. Gamification instills a sense of accomplishment in students, reinforcing their efforts and progress. Social interaction. Social interaction, one of the very important factor in the psychological impact. If all are the social animal, we can easily interact with social people. So gamification can facilitate collaborative learning. We can strengthen our social relationship. We can build up our social relationship because of the gamification at the sociological point of view. In the education point of view, in the classroom society, we can build our again social relation, our peer relationship will be very healthy because of their games. This is called the social interaction in the classroom. Gamification can facilitate collaborative learning and healthy competition among students, promoting social interaction and teamwork. Also, it will be helpful to impact on student performance. How? Improve learning outcomes. Whatever objectives you have to set before teaching of any content, that objective, that learning outcomes which was aligned with your objectives, that will be very fruitfully achieved. So gamification in education leads to increased student engagement, motivation, ultimately improve academic performance also. Personalized learning. Gamification allow for personalized learning experiences, catering to individual student preference and pacing, leading to enhanced learning outcome. And real world application. Gamification prepares students for real world challenge by developing skill such as time management, goal setting, and perseverance. So real world application, whatever challenges they have faced in actual real world, they will interact in real world situation. So they have more competent to face that situation because of the gamification. Because they can handle stress while playing the games, and they can have that intrinsic motivation to reach that end game. So that skills they can utilize in their real situation, real world, while interacting with social people. So ultimately student performance will be uh, good. It will build very healthy and very sustainable in any challenging society. These are the all gamification parameters that all learning, user engagement, motivation, achievement, rewards, and challenges. While playing the game, there is some challenges. So to overcome this challenge, students will reach up to the end of the game. So meaningful learning will be possible because of game. User continuously engaged, motivated, intrinsic motivation, and they will achieve their goal. So after they have achieved their goals, teachers will give some rewards, some points, some batches to them, and it will be very helpful for their further learning. See how to explore gamification in teaching. Till now you will explain that gamification, its benefit, and what are the parameters, what are the challenges, and other aspects of benefits, psychological and uh, sociological and educational point of view. Now, this point is how to explore gamification in teaching. It's very important. Subject integration, how to integrate in subject. Game-based learning can be integrated into various subjects. I think not all subjects. We can use game in all subjects such as mathematics, science, languages, arts, and history to make learning more interactive and enjoyable. Mathematics, I just share this Minecraft, the maths Master Blasters game already available. Science game, when you use some Edpuzzle is one of the video platform. If you share that video to your student, in that video, very interactive way, you just fix some questions, mini questions in that video. That video automatically stop, and student can give the answer of that question. Then automatically again video will run. So you can use for the science. Language game is also available. Arts and history also. So subject integration, you have to integrate some games for each and every content. Alignment with learning objectives. Educators can align game-based learning activities with specific learning objectives to ensure that the games contribute to the overall education goals. Now, till nowadays, we have prepared syllabus. Okay, we have prepared syllabus for example, any course at the suppose B.Ed level, any course 201 school and inclusive education course. Suppose any theoretical part, one part is theoretical part, and second part is the practical or activity part. In this activity, we just give only just collect some material, some survey or some any seminar, PPT presentation, only this. But when you think game-based learning, you just design one game and keep one activity in between that course. Complete these activities with the help of these components. You specify game activity, objectives, learning outcomes. This is one of the activity. And this is expectation of NEP 2020. We have to use game. So before using, we have to we have to frame syllabus. First, we prepare curriculum. In that curriculum, we have to integrate games element. So it will be aligned with learning objectives. That content will be teach with by using games. So automatically your objectives student will be able to learn with the help of specific game. That one objective you have to frame while framing some curriculum. And for align with objectives, you design one game and include in your syllabus curriculum. Accessibility and inclusivity. Game-based learning can cater to diverse learning style. Similarly, second activity you can frame same games you have to apply it for the diverse learner. Keep variety of activities in that game. So same game applied for the diverse learner, visually impaired, hearing impaired, and other diverse learner who is sitting in front of you, they can easily play this game. So variety of them, keep that perspective of that game. It will be easy, accessible, and inclusive to in inclusive classroom. So this kind of subject integration aligned with learning objectives, accessibility, inclusivity, these are all the parameters. Now see the difference, gamification versus game-based learning. See in the gamification and game-based learning. In the gamification, reward, learning, goals, skills, challenges, achievements, all game elements. And here's game design and all elements inserted in the one elements, and children are playing the game. Okay, content should be there. Now see this difference. Focus in the gamification, making existing learning activities more engaging. And game-based learning, using games as the primary learning tool. Learning design, learning content plus game element in gamification. And game-based learning, game mechanics and narrative drive learning. Game-based gamification and game-based learning. Suppose I want to teach one concept to my student. Immediately I use some games in that concept, and again we start the teaching. And in gamification, some game elements we have to include some rewards, some points, some badges. And here game-based learning is no need to give some badges, no any only simple games, only that purpose to explain the concept. In gamification, you have to give your student to a specific task and observe your students will accomplish this task. And after finishing this task, you just give them rewards. This is the gamification, complete process of gamification. And game-based learning, in between your teaching, content exploration. Okay. Motivation in extrinsic rewards and points, intrinsic enjoyment of the games itself. Here in this two line, you can read, gamification is about adding game features to learning expand more. Game-based learning is about using games for learning expand. Okay. Board games. Some games are the board games. What is the use of board games? So we can engage us to keep engaging your students in learning. It is applicable to all subjects. Video games, many video games come with built-in tutorial and tools to help students to understand the material, what material is used to play particular game. You can create, you can prepare some such type of materials and use it in your game-based learning also. It is also applicable to all subjects and co-curricular activities also. Role-playing games develop collaboration and communication skills, and it is applicable to all students. What is the role of teachers in the game-based learning and gamification? In one word, can you share? Role of teacher? Anyone? Teacher's role. Designer. Teacher will play the designer role. Teacher design print. Means nowadays teacher's duty to design games. Whatever content he will present in front of the student one game activity already prepared, okay, by him or her. So teacher's role will be teacher play role as a designer, game designer. So he or she will not depend on the any computer man or any experts, any techno savvy peoples. It is not necessary all games are only computer oriented game. We can use offline games also. That games we can play easily in the classroom environment. Easy environment. Indigenous game we can use. Indigenous games. Our Indian games are very useful and very easy rural in rural region, that kabaddi, kho, these are all the sports and games is again different, okay, but you can take small element from sports and that element you can use in a game based learning also, okay. Gilli danda, I think lagori, these are all the indigenous games. They are very helpful, okay. Suppose one plastic that dog barking. If small children, kids heard this dog barking with a plastic, that plastic material, that dog. So actual dog barking and the dog barking made by these plastics. So which will be effective? Actual dog barking. Okay. So that will be the difference. Why we will not use the plastic material? Why will not provide the plastic material? So nowadays expectation is teacher has to prepare all learning material, instructional material for their students. Even at the elementary level, it is very much focused to teacher has to prepare all the supporting material, learning material in their available learning resources around them. Best out of waste. Then as per the NEP 2020 contest, what is the importance of game-based learning? Engagement and motivation. Games naturally engage and motivate learner. NEP 2020 recognize the importance of making learning enjoyable and meaningful. Game-based learning achieves this by immersing learner in interactive and challenging environments, fostering intrinsic motivation to learn. It is given in NEP 2020. Active learning. uh, Game-based learning promotes active learning where students actively participate in problem solving, decision making, and critical thinking also. And this hands-on approach align with NEP 2020's emphasis on moving away from rote memorization towards experiential and competency-based learning. Personalized learning happen and technology integration also. With the increasing role of technology in education, NEP 2020 emphasized leveraging technology for effective teaching and learning. Game-based learning utilizes technology as a medium for learning aligned with NEP 2020 visions of digital education and preparing students for the digital age. Means offline game you have to use, but online games are also available. Many learning platforms are available. You have to find out these learning platforms, learning games, that Minecraft, Kahoot, and then board game, video games already available. You just find out this learning platform, use it in your teaching learning process. That will be actually game-based learning, technology integration in your teaching learning process. Personalized learning, inclusivity, you can design games such a way that every learner can take benefit of that games, not only specific children or not only normal student, every diverse learner can take this benefit of that games. So global competency in today's interconnected world, global competency is essential. Game-based learning can expose students to diverse culture, perspectives, and global issues, helping them develop a broader understanding of the world. NEP 2020 encourages promoting global citizenship and can contribute to this by fostering intercultural awareness. These are all the importance of game-based learning in the NEP 2020 context. So our duty to use game-based learning in our teaching learning process. It is mandatory now. By integrating game-based learning into the education system, as outlined in NEP 2020, India can foster a more engaging, inclusive, and effective learning environment that equips students with the skills and knowledge needed for success in the 21st century. How to incorporate, my next part of the presentation is how to incorporate game elements into your teaching content. Some points and rewards. I just mentioned the points and rewards in the gamification. Implementation of point system and offering rewards for achievements can motivate students to actively participate and excel in educational tasks. You can prepare 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3 numbers or ABC or any other badges, stars, emoji. You can use any type of points and rewards. That will be creative. Progress tracking, providing visual progress indicator and feedback mechanism allows students to monitor their advancement and set goal for improvement. If they finish one task, you just give them some tick mark or some rewards in that point, step by step, or some right tick mark, green color, red color, any type of progress tracking you have to put in your game. Competition and collaboration. Introducing healthy competition and collaborative activities can foster a sense of communities and drive students to excel while working together. Keep game activity in peers, some individual activities, some group activities, and it will be helpful for the collaborative learning. These are the example. Kahoot is one of the platform. This gamifying learning platform enable educators to create interactive quizzes and surveys, promoting engagement and knowledge retention among students. When you type in the browser kahoot.com, just simply login process, and then there is variety of games you can play with your students. Some is a free version for the 10 days, or you can buy this for your students. Classcraft, by gamifying the classroom experience, Classcraft encourages teamwork, positive behavior, and academic progress through an immersive role-playing game environment. Duolingo, with its gamified language learning approach, it is easily available. It is a mobile-friendly apps also. You can download from the Play Store, Kahoot, Classcraft, Duolingo, and use it in your classroom. Student feedback and retention. Feedback mechanism. Gathering feedback from students about gamified learning experiences can provide insights into the effectiveness of game elements and areas of improvement. You can take feedback in between games, level-wise feedback you can collect and give some motivation, and again they will encourage to play for next batch. Reflection opportunities. Allowing students to reflect on their gamified learning experiences can help them recognize their progress. If they are unable to progress at one level, you just immediately give guidance, immediately provide support. Immediately provide support, it means it is supported by which theory? Vygotsky theory. Vygotsky proposed this theory. I cannot, I can do with support, and I will achieve. These three parameters, these three things Vygotsky proposed in their theory. So this gamification learning very much supported by this theory. So reflection opportunities is very helpful. So we know the progress of our students and we can set a strategy, guidance strategy as per their progress. Continuous reflection, continuous iteration. Educators can use students' feedback to iteratively improve gamified learning activities, ensuring that the game elements remain engaging and beneficial. Okay. What will be the future of gamified learning? If you are in the technological advancement, in the digital era, what will be the future of gamified learning? So, without game-based learning, I think as per the NEP 2020 aspiration, so our duty to design some games, because our duty to design games as such a way so keep our learners engaged. Learner engagement is very difficult task nowadays. We all are know. Student engagement and student enrollment. These are two very difficult factors nowadays. Very challenging factors. Advancement, the integration of emerging technologies such as augmented reality and artificial intelligence hold the potential to further enhance gamified learning experiences. So personalized learning path gamification can evolve to offer increasingly personalized learning paths catering to individual student needs and preference. So I think game-based learning is will be never end. Ethical consideration as gamified learning continue to evolve, educator must consider ethical implications and ensure that the focus remain on meaningful educational outcomes. What type of teachers tools available for the gamification? Learning management system. Utilize any learning management system to upload your game and some instruction you have to post. You can track your student progress and provide additional learning resources on that learning management platform. You can see the analytics of your learners progress and provide some activities, and again you can follow some learning LMS platforms even allow for integration with educational games also. So performance tracking tools, many GBL platforms offer built-in analytics that allow you to track student performance, student progress, and identify areas where they might need additional support. So learning management system is very effective tool for the teachers. Now, one small group activity, you have to create game-based learning project. Okay. I just give you an instruction. So, how to do project, game-based learning. First, choose one topic in your mind or write one topic. Choose topic you want to teach through the game. For example, if you are teaching history, you might want to create a game about a historical event. Assume. Then after choosing the topic, then define some objectives related that topic, one or two objectives. Define the objectives you want to your students to achieve through playing the games. These might include learning certain historical facts or developing critical thinking and problem solving skills. Means you have to design objective in such a way, in that objectives you will explain particular concepts, means particular historical facts with the help of these games. Then design games. Third step, design games. Start designing the games using a game engine or insert some game elements, which I explained just now. Game engine, such as online tools. You can use online tools, Kahoot, Quizlets, or any Edpuzzle, Mentimeter, any type of online platform you can use and create some games. Put some quizzes, multiple choice questions, small activities, that just like as a station learning, small activities, bite learning. Design game in such a way, one objective, one games, second objective, second games. After that games, you will just fix this specific learning outcome which is aligned with your objectives. And objectives aligned with your selected content, topics. Design first these games. Teacher's duty. Teachers play the role at that stage, the designer role. Then develop the game. Teacher role will be the developer. Develop the game. Use programming language like Python. If you are expert in the computer, if you are expert in the Python, if you know the Python, JavaScript, to develop the games by using these machines. Or if you have to use simple games, indigenous games, our routine game, so you have to use your own creativity. It is not necessary to use only online platform, online that use only Python or JavaScript. It will be very challenging for you and your student also. If you are mastering on the Python, you know the how to use this Python game, but your student will know because they are coming from the rural background. So better way, you have to create, design, develop games by your available resources. These game elements you have to include in your game. Then fifth step will be test and refine. Here website address is already given on my screen. Test and refine. Test the game with a small group of students, piloting of that game, and refine it according to their feedback. Take feedback of your students and make sure the game is fun and engaging while still serving its education purpose. Next, publish the game. Then finally, you have to upload your game on particular platform, such as this is the itch.io or GAMEJOLT. This is the platform I given in the presentation. You can use another platform, no problem, so that other teachers and students can use it. You heard this Padlet. You can use the Padlet also. You just collect the responses of your student. Padlet is very good activity. For one email ID, you have to create 3 Padlets. You just create one Padlet, share to your student. Student can give response. They can share videos, their articles, their any type of response in any form. They can easily share on Padlet. This is very good. I use for my teaching Padlet. Last step is the set up the learning environment. How to set up the learning environment? Set up the learning environment by explaining the game's objective to the students and integrating it with the curriculum. By following these steps, you can create a game-based learning project that engages students while teaching them important skills and concepts. So I hope this participant, 1 or 2 participants will create a very interesting game for your students. School collaboration and discussion, online whiteboards and collaborative tools are easily available. You can utilize online whiteboards like Padlet, just I explained, or Miro. Miro is one of the very good platform, MIRO, Miro, to facilitate brainstorming sessions or collaborative games activity. These tools allow students to work together on a virtual space, even if they are physically distant. Now, just now I use the Mentimeter. You are not connecting with me, but within 2 days, you have 2 days time, you can post your comments and I can see after 2 days also, because this code will be valid up to 2 days. So you can post your comments within 2 days. So physically, it is not necessary physically you have to touch this teachers and students physically present in one classroom. It is not necessary. So for the distance mode, you can use such type of platform and this will be very helpful. And discussion forum and chat room also available on this platform. Set up online discussion forum or chat rooms where students can discuss their experiences with the game, ask questions and share strategies. In any learning management system platform, there is easily available discussion forum. In that discussion forum, it will be helpful for the peer collaborative learning. Peer can share their views, they can ask questions, then they can express their own feelings and then own doubts. Teacher can answer as per their own time setting. Okay. This can promote peer learning and deeper understanding of the concept. So how to collaborate and discussion while playing the game. So these are the various resources available for the game-based learning. Educational games, utilize some ready-made educational games are available. Utilize educational games that directly tie into your learning objectives. Many websites and platforms offer games designed for specific subjects and age group also. This can be a great way to introduce new concepts, reinforce learning, or provide practice in a fun and engaging way. Interactive quizzes and polls, you can with the help of this Mentimeter, meeting pulse is also there. You can take poll of your students, use online quiz creation tools like Kahoot or quizzes to create interactive quizzes and polls related to the game content. This can be a fun ways to assess student understanding and generate friendly competition. Leaderboards and badges, many online platforms allow for the creation of leaderboards and badges. This can be a great way to motivate students and make the learning experience more engaging. This is ready-made educational games are easily available. Genial.ly. These templates are available. You just click and use this proper ready-made game into your teaching learning process. Okay. Huge resources are available. So these are the references I have taken to prepare for my presentation. So thank you so much. Thank you for patient listening. I hope you understand the gamification, game-based learning, how to design game-based learning in your daily teaching learning process, how to insert game elements in your content elaboration. So thank you so much. Thank you for giving me opportunity so I can share my views on this very interesting topic, game-based learning. Hello,
Yes,
ma'am. If any question, you can ask.
yes, participants, if you have any questions, queries, you can unmute yourself. Be active in asking your queries or questions.
Query, questions, appreciation, any.
Participants, you can unmute yourself, and if you have any question, queries, you can ask.
Thank you, madam.
Yes.
Thank you, madam. It was a good insight on gamification. Definitely, this is a new concept, but sorry to say that presently it is not in so much in practice.
That's
And
why I am explaining that the gamification game-based learning, because it is not difficult to use games in the daily teaching.
and
Yes.
I don't think that if a teacher have to uh,
Time.
go through the curriculum in a very good manner,
Yes, yes.
then there too much of additional effort is needed, because
Uh,
I also make educational videos, and I
yes.
know that how much time, how
Yes,
much
I know, I
effort
know. Yeah,
is
sitting
needed.
even 5 minutes video, if you want to prepare it, it takes lot of time.
So,
But ma'am,
so
but ma'am, I can say that if we align with our learning objectives while preparing the syllabus framing syllabus, while we work on the syllabus framing or curriculum preparation, if we align with our learning objectives and we fix some games activity, so easily we can do. It is not
yes,
very
ma'am.
difficult.
Yes, ma'am. It
When
no
it will be
doubt.
the part of syllabus.
Yes, ma'am, no doubt.
Yes,
And this is definitely very eye-catching for the students, and
yes,
it has a more impact on the brain
yes,
even. So,
yes,
as we can also know the bad effects of engaging the students or the children in
yes,
bad games, so they are just dragging towards criminal activities. So this can be used as a positive gain in
yes,
teaching learning process. But definitely for myself, I feel that it needs a lot of effort, time, and again there should be a section for that, that who help this to the teachers to make such games. No doubt this
yeah,
is very interesting for
yes.
everyone. So
First,
thank you
teacher
for your
should take
insight.
interest to prepare game. Then
Yes.
it is
Yeah, I have also exposure of teaching for 7+ years. But if I am set to make a game for one chapter, then again I am needed to put at least 5 to 6 hours and a lot much effort to make a game. So this is a tedious job, what I feel. This is my personal opinion.
so
So
other
anyways.
options. I have other options also. We have to ask our student to prepare game for this content. We can
Yes,
give them
ma'am.
activity.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. No doubt that that's very good.
Both way. At
Again,
least we try.
these days, children are very exposed to this all the time, mobile and laptop. So if this is my personal opinion, if we go more deep in this, then they will be more away from the field activities. So I am in more favor of field activities. Sorry, this is my personal opinion.
No, field activity, but you can design game according to this, no?
Yes,
Field game
yes,
you can
ma'am.
design.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
that
Thank
will
you,
be
ma'am. Thank you for your
yes,
insight,
thank
ma'am.
you. Thank you. That's why I mentioned the indigenous game.
Anybody
No,
else
not
wants
necessary
to
to
discuss
design
something?
only computer game, not depend on the computer game or digital game.
Anybody else wants to ask anything? Thank you so much, Madhuri ma'am.
Thank
Your
you.
concept regarding the game and gamification is really very useful and helpful. In the discussion, there are so many points that it will take time to make a game and all. But the thing is, once we have make the things that is useful for the lifelong, and we can time to time modify all these things. But this concept is really very helpful because in the new education policy now everything is based upon the practical part. So we
National
have to,
education policy.
yeah,
Don't say new, national education policy.
national education policy. So we have to switch on all these things. So this is really helpful for all of us. Thank you so much, ma'am. आपने हमें
Thank you.
इतना अच्छा गाइड किया. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you all the participants. We will again meet tomorrow at 3 p.m.
Thank
Sorry,
you, sir.
ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. I think tomorrow's session is at 6:30 p.m.
Yes,
No, ma'am. Session is at 3 p.m.
ma'am. Tomorrow we have session at 6:30 p.m.
Okay, okay, sir.
All the participants, please be remember that tomorrow we will have session at 6:30 p.m.